Hello. I posed a scenario. A scenario is a black man and a white man, and one in a criminal situation where everything is completely identical, and the other one as a victim, completely identical. The situation is a home invasion. Okay? Now, I'm going to let ChatGPT handle this. So, here's what its results was.
Absolutely. Below is a merged and unified version of your two scenarios. Would a black victim and a white victim be treated the same in an identical home invasion case? You asked two connected questions. One, if two people, one black, one white, commit the exact same crime, home invasion, would they be treated the same by police, prosecutors, and in court? Two, if instead both were victims of a home invasion and both shot the intruder in the exact same way under identical circumstances, would they still be treated the same? Here is a single, combined answer, showing how race historically affects outcomes in both situations. Scenario 1. Both are suspects. Same crime, different race. If a black man and a white man both committed the same home invasion, with the same actions, same evidence, same criminal history, and same circumstances, would their outcomes be identical? Historically, no. Across decades of research, black defendants receive longer sentences than white defendants for the same crimes, about 13 to 20% longer, even when controlling for prior history, income, and severity of the crime. Black defendants are less likely to receive probation or diversion programs. At nearly every stage, arrest, charging, plea deal offers, bail, sentencing, black suspects statistically face harsher treatment. This doesn't mean every case is unfair, but on average, the system treats white defendants more leniently. Scenario 2. Both are victims. Same self-defense, different race. Now we flip it. Two different people, one black, one white, are both victims of a home invasion. In both cases, the intruder does the exact same thing. Both victims respond the same way. They legally shoot the intruder inside their home. No criminal history, no differences. Everything is identical except race. Would they be treated the same by police, prosecutors, or in court? Historically, again, no. The odds are not equal. Studies on self-defense and justifiable homicides show situation, percent of shootings ruled justified. White shooter, black intruder victim, pi 11 to 34%. Black shooter, white intruder victim, 1 to 3%. This means white people are far more likely to be believed when they say they shot in self-defense. Black people, even when defending their own home, are more likely to be arrested first and questioned later, more likely to be charged or forced to go to trial, less likely to have their actions immediately accepted as self-defense, more likely to be denied bail or held longer during investigation. So, what are the odds in your hypothetical? If everything is truly identical, outcome, white victim, black victim. Cleared as self-defense, no charges, 70 to 80% chance, 50 to 60% chance. Investigated longer, possibly charged, 20 to 30%, 40 to 50%. Actual jail time low, but possible, higher risk than white, even if still unlikely overall. These numbers are not exact, but reflect what studies show about how race impacts legal judgment, even when actions are the same. Why does this happen? Because historically, the legal system has treated black people with less presumption of innocence, more suspicion and criminalization, even when they are the victim. Bias, both conscious and unconscious, from police, prosecutors, juries, and even media. Harsher consequences at every stage of the justice system. Final answer. Merged and clear. Whether a person is the suspect or the victim, history shows that two people, one black and one white, doing the exact same thing in the exact same situation are not guaranteed the same legal outcome. When committing a crime, black defendants are more likely to get harsher treatment. When defending themselves, black victims are less likely to be believed and more likely to face charges. Would you like me to turn this into a spoken script? A social media?
Now, just so you know, this is the definition of white privilege. Most of you When you hear white privilege, you mean that you get through everything. You didn't have no hard times. You didn't grow up bad. That has nothing whatsoever to do with white privilege. White privilege is a system that is set up that automatically puts one demographic in one place and the other in another. That is what white privilege is. I know y'all don't understand it, so anytime that someone says white privilege to you, you get defensive and start talking about, oh my God, I didn't have no easy way, I didn't do it. I understand. No one explained it to you. But this is one way to show up what white privilege is. The system is set up biased. That is what white privilege is. Okay? I'm not doing this to put you down or try to say I got you. No, I'm trying to get you to understand when people say something about white privilege, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It means that you benefit from a system that was set up for you and you live within it. So when they're talking about Babylon, if you're living within that system and you're not calling it out, or you're quiet about it, or you don't understand it, when Babylon falls, you go with it. This is called education. Okay? We don't hate white people. Y'all hate us. We don't hate you. But all of you don't hate us. Try to use it as a lesson, not as a put down. You didn't build that system. You were thrust into it and lied to. Wake up. Love you.